Currently, we fund 28 programs here in the Cape Fear area. Those programs are run by over 30 agencies because there are numerous collaboratives. So multiple agencies are pulling their resources together to do some specific programs. Criteria is pretty simple and it's been consistent over the years. Organizations need to be 501c3, recognized by the Internal Revenue Service. They must have active volunteer boards that oversee their operations. They have to have a state solicitation license. And the most important piece of that is they have to be providing a service that our volunteers have considered extremely valuable and needed in our community. Typically, we have twice as many programs apply that we end up actually investing in. One of the biggest misconceptions about United Way is that funds are raised here and they go upstream somewhere to an organization in New York or DC or something, which is true with a lot of major nonprofit charitable organizations. That's the farthest thing from the truth here. The funds that are raised here, that are committed here, that are donated here, stay here. We bank them in numerous area banks and they're invested here. The amount of money that leaves our community is 1%. 1% of the campaign is shared with United Way Worldwide. For that investment of 1% of the campaign, we get to use the brand, we get to use the name, we get services from United Way Worldwide. Half of those dues are actually set aside for staff and volunteer training. So we pretty much get half of that back. Our neighbors in Pender, Columbus, Brunswick, probably not a large number are aware that they're part of the United Way of the Cape Fear area. We have to do a better job, I think, of communicating and engaging individuals down there. In terms of investments, we do invest in programs. Columbus has 2 programs in which we invest. All of those counties benefited from a recent significant grant we received from Walmart Foundation, in which we were able to spread that money to assist with and enhance their school backpack programs. Schools are identifying very low-income students, and volunteers come in and prepare food backpacks for them so they can take it home on the weekends and have food to eat. The United Way of the Cape Fear area is always looking for volunteers to assist in the investment process, which I would tell you it can be heartbreaking because our investment team volunteers this year looking at health proposals are looking at well over $1 million in requests. They'll have a quarter of that in which to actually make investments, and virtually all 10 proposals are for outstanding programs that are showing significant outcomes. Overall, when you compare our size community to others, we're a little below average. We feel we can do better here. We have to do a better job, I think, reaching more individuals in the community. Let them know we're here, let them know what we're doing, letting them know the results that we're seeing that have significant impacts in our community. Probably one of the most significant outcomes we've seen in the last 5 to 6 years. As a result of collaborative efforts, we've seen a reduction in chronic homelessness in the Cape Fear area in the amount of 70%. So that's a pretty significant outcome. We would be able to see more of those both in the health arena and education. We would see more children going into school being prepared to learn with pre-K programs. We'd see more children graduating from high school.